The Kingdom Althar has reigned for decades, known for its lush farmlands, thriving markets, and the wisdom of its ruler, King Darius. Yet, hidden beneath the surface of abundance lay a fragile truth. Althar's wealth depended heavily on its annual harvests and the trade of rare silks. The treasury, though full, held little in reserve for unforeseen hardships. One summer, disaster struck. A series of unseasonal storms ravaged the farmland, destroying crops that provided sustenance for the kingdom and goods for trade. To make matters worse, a nearby kingdom abruptly halted its silk exports, leaving Althar's merchants bereft of their primary source of income. The kingdom faced its darkest days. Amidst the despair, a humble minister named Elias approached King Darius. Elias was not known for grandeur or charisma, but for his meticulous nature and quiet wisdom. "Your Majesty," Elias began, "for years, I have urged the council to set aside a portion of our wealth as a reserve. Though my words went unheeded, I did what little I could. I have secretly saved a fraction of the royal revenues in a hidden vault beneath the castle." Surprised and intrigued, King Darius asked to see the vault. What he found astonished him. Sacks of grain, gold coins, and preserved silks neatly stored away. Though modest, the reserves were enough to provide immediate relief to the kingdom's starving population and to finance essential imports. Elias continued, "Savings, Your Majesty, is not merely about storing wealth. It is a principle of foresight, discipline, and preparation. By setting aside resources in times of abundance, we can endure the trials of scarcity." The king took Elias's advice to heart. He established the Royal Reserve Council, mandating that a portion of the kingdom's annual earnings be allocated to an emergency fund. Over the years, this reserve grew, fortifying the kingdom against future crises. When a drought struck 5 years later, Althar was prepared. The people's needs were met without plunging the kingdom into debt or despair. The story of Althar's salvation spread far and wide, teaching neighboring realms the value of savings. It became a lesson not just for rulers, but for individuals. Farmers began storing grain for tough seasons. Merchants set aside profits for leaner times. Families saved small portions of their earnings to secure their futures. The principle that saved Althar applies universally. In personal lives, savings act as a buffer against unforeseen hardships, a sudden illness, job loss, or economic downturn. Just as the kingdom thrived by preparing for uncertainties, so can individuals find peace and resilience through disciplined saving. Whether in gold coins, a bank account, or small daily sacrifices, the wisdom of foresight transforms vulnerability into strength. The Kingdom of Althar emerged not only as a prosperous realm, but also as a beacon of prudence. Its legacy lives on, a reminder that even in the brightest seasons, it is wise to prepare for the shadows that may follow.